Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex. Today we have 3 piles and the video is going to be about where your focus and your energy is needed right now. Where does the universe recommend you to channel your energy to in order to succeed? And kind of maybe you've been missing out on something and didn't notice, so we're here to tell you where and why your energy is needed in that particular field. Okay, so we have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile 1, we have this beautiful agate crystal cut in half. Very nice. And you have light Sears tarot. For pile number 2, we have yellow calcite. And you have Book of Shadows Tarot Volume 2. Okay, and for pile number 3, we have clear quartz. You see how the 2 crystals grew together, very beautiful, and the dark wood tarot. So take your time, pick your pile, and I will see you at your reading. Hi there, pile 1. You guys chose this beautiful agate crystal and the light Sears tarot. And this is going to be your reading, where your focus is currently needed, where your energy should be channeled to. Before we begin with the tarot, I will take these, actually no, I will start with the Lenormand deck to see what kind of sphere, what field of life your energy is needed in. Okay, let's see for pile number 1, please. Where is piles 1 energy is needed right now? We have the stork, we have the tower, we have the garden. So far, these cards are family related. Okay. Bouquet. And birds. Okay, now I'm gonna take this deck, ask the same question. Where does the universe recommend pile 1 to focus their energy in? Okay. Let's read the cards. So for the Lenormand, we have the stork, the tower, the garden, bouquet, and the birds. All these cards tell me that this advice, your energy is currently needed in family, supposedly with children, or if you do not have children in your relationship. The tower has the same meaning in Lenormand deck as it has in tarot. So basically, this is some kind of rebirth or tragic transformation. For some reason, tragedy is coming in. So I don't know if you guys suffered any tragical events recently related to your families. If you did, I'm so sorry. But if you didn't, it could be just a sign of transformation and sort of like rebuilding your family or opening up new possibilities or opening new ways of being a family, having kids, or maybe you've talked about your kids recently and it didn't go well. But yeah, basically family is the niche where your energy is needed right now. For some of you, bring in more romanticism. Oh, that's not a good word, but like romantic, light. You know, it's like you're missing out on something very light and soft and like cute, you know, cheesy days. You need to arrange like a cheesy date or something. So basically bouquet and the birds tell me that you're missing out on spending time with your loved ones in a casual way, shall I say? Like, not strictly. Right now I get the feeling that you have to cut out the time from your work to meet your loved ones. If you have a partner, then to arrange a meeting with your partner, it's like you have to arrange a meeting, not make a date. It's not like Netflix and chills kind of vibe. It's more, I have to call your secretary to meet you, my wife or my partner, and it doesn't feel very romantic. Okay, so the lightness is gone, and basically that's where you need to invest your energy in. That's where your attention is required. Okay, for some of you, this could be related to children, or your children growing up and getting out of their nest and flying away to build their own families, and maybe you're not dealing well with that kind of, you know, challenge. But yes, basically right now you need to learn how to live a new life, just you and your partner. If your kids are grown-ups and they just recently moved out of your house and you feel lonely, that means learning about your partner once again and falling in love again with your partner. Okay. For the flower cards, we have Gladiola or Gladiolus, strength of character and moral integrity. It says character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experiences of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. By Helen Keller. Oof, that's a tough card to get, to be honest. So, like I said, maybe you're suffering or going through some really painful changes. Something is not going the way you want it to go, or maybe you're just not ready for that kind of change. But what this card tells you is that if you focus on your own strength, your own character, remember why you got to the point where you're at right now. Remember how strong you actually are and how deeply you love your partner. You will be able to get through these challenges easier. Next we have Amaryllis, determination and creative achievement. It says, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. I think this card is related to that bouquet and the birds cards in the garden. So if you are in a situation where you had to move out of your house, and not your kids, where you had to, rearrange your living circumstances and change locations, and now you feel kind of lonely and maybe cold with your partner about it, then making your home cozy, making your creative space your own will help. And I mean, that's a natural process of moving in and moving out of somewhere and moving to a new place. You will feel naturally like uncomfortable at first. Okay, next we have Hyacinth, playfulness. It says, play is the royal road to childhood, happiness, and adult brilliance. Joseph Chilton Pierce. What can I say about this card? I feel like you're definitely lacking those light feelings, kind of childhood and playfulness, and something that makes you feel easily happy. Like you're determined to achieve strong goals, and nothing wrong with that. Very cool. I'm proud of you. Keep going. But at the same time, you're missing out on opportunity to be happy about little things. If you like flowers, buy yourself a bouquet of flowers. If your partner loves coffee, make them coffee. Even if you're super busy, making coffee takes like 5 minutes of your time. And this will make them happy. This will bring the romantic and light back to your relationship if that's the case and you're missing out on that. Lastly, we have lilac. First emotions of love. It says, love is the magician that pulls man out of his own hat. Yeah, like get out of your comfort zone. Definitely get out of your routine with your partner. And you know, this flower has a special meaning to me personally because I used to collect it for my mom. When I would get from school, on the way back, there was this tree and I would collect the flowers for her. And this would symbolize that I love her and I care about her, and they smell incredibly. You know, if you've never sniffed lilac before, they smell wonderfully. Like, it smells like spring, it smells like freshness and new beginnings, and it always reminds me of home. And also, it's considered good luck when you find the little flower, right, with 5 or 3 petals, because usually they come in 4. If you find an unusual petal, it's considered a good luck. So maybe if you find that kind of, if you buy a lilac and you find that kind of flower, you can give it to your partner and say, hey, you're my good luck charm, or something like this. Okay? Let's move on because I really want to make it faster than before. Okay? Let's move to your tarot. What actions are required from you at this moment in this sphere of your partnership, love, relationship, family, moving? What are the actions you can take to make the situation better? How can you invest your energy into that? Oh, we have the Lovers. Look at that. Aww. Awesome. Look how cute this is. This is a beautiful card. They look happy and they close their eyes and they trust the touch. And it's very beautiful. Okay, we have 4 of Pentacles. We have 4 of Wands in reverse. We have 2 of Swords in reverse. And we have King of Swords in reverse. We have the Emperor. We have Knight of Swords in reverse. And we have 10 of Cups. How beautiful. Yeah, definitely between the Lovers and the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is more like serious family business. When you build and grow together as a family unit. But at the same time, maybe you've had too much passion. Maybe you've had too much passionate discussions, but where passionate like fights, and you said a lot of words that you regret, and maybe it was because of the children, they pissed you off. I mean, it happens. Or maybe you were just stressed out and you told your person things you didn't mean. Now this is the sign that you need to make right by them. Okay, you need to gain stability in your emotional, feeling and your emotional state. You need to gain some stability. And what you can do is bring those romantic little touches back to your relationship and let go of things that hurt you, and just forgive your person for saying the things that they said, because you both effed up. Okay, in the last time you talked, maybe the time before that, for most of you, you guys said some pretty harmful words. Maybe even for some of you, I hear that about your mother or about their mother, something like that. It could have been like they blamed you for being a bad mother. Could be the case. It happens all the time. But, you need to find a common ground, because I feel like you guys have a great relationship and a good family foundation. So you basically need to calm yourself down. Take the Emperor's side, not the King of Swords. because King of Swords is a cold energy, cold, logical, calculated, strategic energy. But the Emperor is more like the Divine Father. That's how I read this card. The Divine Men, the Divine Masculine energy. So you need to stabilize yourself, get away from emotions, get away from painful words that could have hurt you. Look at that. See how those ravens are pulling her hair out and she doesn't even see that? It's like you were spending too much thoughts on you were spending your time to overthink what they said, but honestly they didn't mean half of the things they said. They were just so upset and so frustrated with you or with whatever situation happened that they just like, you know? We do that. We're humans. We're not robots. Okay? Definitely stop fighting with your person and find a way to fall in love back again with them. Because focus on the family building, your relationship. This sphere needs your attention right now. Maybe talk with your person about the future, discuss what you want. If you don't have children yet, it could be the time to discuss children. You know, what are your plans, long-term goals in this relationship? I know this sounds like business making, but hey, any relationship is like business. You can approach it this way if you want it to be successful. You can't just rely on your heart. You also need to think about earthly things, like where are we going to live? Do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Are you planning on relocating somewhere? What's your job like? Do I need to be aware of something that's going on at your job that might hurt my feelings? No, talk about it. Okay. And now I'm gonna pull advice for you guys. Advice from the universe and the spirit guides for you, pile number 1, sorry. Regarding this whole situation. You know what's funny? I was looking at this card when I grabbed the deck, and the first card I looked at was this one, and I was like, this must mean something. It's a beautiful card. Okay, same question. Advice for pile number 1 regarding this situation. Ooh, no. 5 cards, my god. Okay. Okay, we have the unity and we have sweet temptation. Like I said, a common ground with your person is very important. Not how you individually feel about your future, but you need to figure out that part together. And the sweet temptation, I feel like this is closely related to making your person happy with little things, like giving them their favorite dessert, making them a cupcake, bringing them coffee. I'm talking about food, I know, because, well, food is the best way to please some people, most people, you know, but you can do anything. You can arrange a sweet date and, like, make a surprise if your person likes surprises. If they don't, well, be careful with that, okay? Yeah, and we have the deer here. The deer is like a keeper of the forest, the keeper of family. And for me, personally, deer means a lot. And I feel like this is a sign for you that you need to be wiser and let go of the fears and of anything that's holding you back from making the move. If you're not a romantic person, because I hear some of you are like, oh, I don't know how to do that romantic SHIT, right? But you do. If you want to make your person happy, if you want that unity, if you want that family with them, you better figure out how to speak their love language. Okay? let's go to the messages. We have friends. The most unlikely friendship can form. Like variegated? Like variegated lichens on hard rock, they create a tight bond. Make your person remember that your person was once your friend. And that's why you fell in love with them, probably. First, yeah, of course, the situation can be different for all of you, but that's what I'm receiving, okay? We have let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. Like I said, this passion between you two, that fire, is undeniable. But it stops you guys both from making move to the next step, moving to a more committed relationship, moving to more like family-like relationship. We have, I don't know how to read that. Ideal hours. Take some time out to lie on the emerald grass. Yeah, you definitely need to cool off and chill out for a sec. Next we have the light. Look to the space between the trees for answers. Like I said, you will need to learn about your person's love language. You will need to learn how they understand the relationship, the love. You need to figure out, and it's not going to be easy, but if you talk it out, this will work, you know? So you need to talk to your person. Speak about your future plans, about their future plans. How do they see family? How do they see kids? How does the relocation fits in your future? You know, all those things that you probably didn't talk about much. And lastly, we have the journey. Branch out to new worlds. Again, getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of your relationship comfort zone in order to like give in a little bit to make sure you're both are satisfied. Okay. Pile 1, I will close this reading over here. Thank you so much for sitting through. I hope you guys improve in your love life. That's where your attention is currently needed. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi there, Group 2. You guys chose yellow calcite. This is going to be your reading. Before we begin with the tarot, I would like to start at pinpointing kind of the sphere where your attention is currently needed so we can move on from that. So let's see, for group number 2, Spirit, where is group number 2's attention is currently needed? Oh my. Interesting. Let's ask the same question on the flower cards. Okay, this wants to be a side, which is kind of weird, but anyway. Ooh. Okay, we have the ring, we have the book, main lady, lilies, and the shape. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that your attention is needed on yourself. Like, you require your own attention. The ring could be could mean marriage for someone, but I mostly read it as your role as a person. You need to gain knowledge about who you are as a woman and what you need and how you pose yourself in a relationship, especially in a long-term relationship, family-wise. It's kind of similar to group 1 actually, but yours is different. And the ship means traveling, changes, and, overcoming things as well. So maybe you're fighting, or you're not fighting, but sort of like you're anticipating to be married soon, and that bothers you. A lot of things are undecided, and your attention is right now should be focused on yourself. You can read, like, book means knowledge, and you can read about marriage and find yourself there. You can ask and choose a role model for yourself. It could be someone's mother or just a woman in general, like what kind of woman you want to be. And especially long term, decide for yourself. For group number 1, this was more about relationship, but for you, it's mostly about your role as a woman, as a person in the relationship. So even if you're not in a relationship and you're not planning on being in one anytime soon, it means defining your role in your own life then. Setting up some long-term goals, planning travels, and planning your education. Maybe you're in college and you're like planning to enroll in the next semester. So yeah, definitely kind of organize your life around yourself. Okay. For the flower cards, we have hibiscus, we have beauty and happiness. Oh my god, exactly. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Your beauty, that means a lot to you, and you need to pay attention to that right now. Maybe invest in some in a gym membership, or invest in facial. I don't know. I'm not really in beauty industry, but take care of yourself, and yeah, pay attention to yourself, how you feel. And I just realized my hand is turning red because I have a red t-shirt and the light is bouncing off. So how you see yourself in the mirror as well could be that could be important. Next we have anemone, anticipation. I felt like an arrow pulled back and ready to be launched into something big. Maybe you're preparing yourself for something big and you're trying to figure out what kind of person you are. Are you good enough for this role? Are you ready to take that on? And it feels like you forgot how important this decision, or you in your own life, how you are important to yourself and how it should be. Also, anemone means eternal love, forever love. We have asters, elegance and patience. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. I feel like you are becoming this empress, and you're taking on the role of the empress, divine feminine, and your attention is needed there right now. If you hit a pause, come back to that, because some energy needs to be invested in that ASAP. I also get this chaotic energy with your pile, a little bit like all over the place kind of energy. So you could be that kind of person, or you feel nervous. It's like the Page of Cups vibe if you're into tarot. This card, I wanted to be aside. I feel like we could take it as a warning or like an advice. It says false indigo, immersion and intuition. It says, when you reach the end of what you should know, you will be at the beginning of what you should sense. You can read books all you want, but unless you feel inside of you, it's a great way to start learning about your role and what it means to be a woman. To start with the books, it's a great idea. However, once you gain enough knowledge about that from the books, you will still need to intuitively understand what's right for you, to determine what is me and what is not me. Ask yourself that question all the time. You can put a reminder on your phone to ask, you know, so the question pops up every morning, how do I feel? Do I feel okay about this? Do I feel okay about that? What does it mean for me to feel happy? What does it mean for me to feel sad? What does it mean for me to be a woman? And just write those notes and kind of make a plan for yourself. Okay. Now I want to see what physical action, not physical actions, any actions that you can take to improve this situation. Kind of what actions are needed from you to invest this energy. How can you invest this energy? Basically anything you can do about it. What can pile 2 do about the situation? How to improve the sphere? What does universe recommend to pile number 2? We have strength again, which is kind of interesting, because I said like gym membership. Definitely take care of your physical body and physical appearance. We have Queen of Wands. That's a very passionate person. That's a very passionate woman. It's close to the Empress, but not exactly the Empress yet. But it's a part, like Empress energy is all of the queens together. That's how I understand it. You don't have to agree, but your Queen of Wands energy requires more attention at this moment. Your passion within yourself, your fire, your emotions, but like not emotions, more like instincts. Okay. We have King of Chalices, King of Cups in reverse. So I want you to look at yourself without a man in your life and kind of understand who you are without this person. Okay, we have the Tower in reverse, the Sun in reverse, and this tells me that you could have lost your personality recently, and what you need to do is let go of the Tower moment, of the reconstruction, of losing something kind of moment, losing your energy kind of moment, and move on to your passions, what you're passionate about. Figure out what your talents are, pursue your dreams. I feel like I'm here to inspire you to do whatever you want, because the universe tells me that you can do it, and you're like hesitating to make the leap of faith and do what you actually love and become a person you want to be. So take a leap of faith. You have my permission. Come on, pile 2. Okay, we have also 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And it's next to the King of Cups in reverse. I would say stop relying on anybody, especially men, to determine your financial stability. Believe in your own talents to feed you. Kind of figure out what skills, what things that make you passionate about life, what drives you, what makes you happy, can also make money, where you can be independent from the man. This is important for you. Like I said, you're on the journey to becoming this Empress. Okay. Let's move on to the advice, pile number 2. I'm trying to speed up my videos because I realized nobody has like 2 hours to watch tarot reading. So let's see. What advice does the universe have for pile number 2 regarding this situation? Okay. So this wanted to be over here on the left. Family matters and taken to heart together. And we have dreaming days. Yeah, it already feels like your family could have encouraged you to quit doing something you wanted to do. and you took it way too personal, and you were like, oh, if my family members told me that, then it's probably not gonna work. BS. This is official BS. Okay? Let's see. For pile number 2. Advice for pile number 2, Spirit. Interesting. Okay. So like I said, the family matters taken to heart in dreaming days tells me that you could have had big plans for your life when you were a kid. You could have had big dreams, and then your parents or some family members or some adults in general could have come to you and say, how are you planning on making money with that? You know, artists always receive that kind of comments on their artwork. My mom used to tell me that, how are you going to make money with like drawings and stuff? And I'm like, I don't know. And it made me change my entire life. And I mean, right now I'm appreciative of that because it brought me to even better ways of living. But at the same time, if you are really passionate about something, it doesn't have to be art, but it could be scuba diving, you know, and you're very into that. And somebody tells you that, oh my god, you cannot do it, like it's never gonna bring you money, you're just gonna spend money on that equipment and spend money on educating yourself for nothing, like quit right now. And I remember this phrase that from the book, I just saw it like 2 days ago, and it says something like, if you can't do something, no, if someone cannot do something, if they don't have the ability and power to execute their dreams, that doesn't mean they should stop others from doing it. So basically what it means is you can do whatever the hell you want because you were born and you have a life and you have the right to be whoever you want to be. Okay? With dreaming days, I also, like, you can come back to your childhood dreams. I can sense that there's something important you need to uncover, sort of dig in and dig deep to your childhood and recover that important memory of what you were doing as a kid. Maybe ask your parents, also family matters. Ask your parents about what you liked as a child. This could be very important to you. And just enjoy the process. You're a grown person now and you can do whatever you want and take responsibility on yourself and, you know, make money with however you want and become the woman that you want to be without anybody telling you, hey, the woman needs to do this, this, and that, and the man needs to do this, this, and that. You can be your own person. Nothing wrong with that. Actually, I'm very much encouraging you to be yourself right now. No matter how cringy this may look to your parents and how unsatisfied people around you can be with your decisions, that's none of their business. Your life, your business, your life, your decisions. And this again comes to you becoming that empress. Okay? Let's move to the messages. We have surprises. Oh, surprises. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. Like I said, uncover something, reveal something that's been boiling inside of you. You could have gotten so upset with people telling you what to do that you hid those talents, those truth, like true self. You hid your true self. Now it's time to uncover and surprise even yourself with that. Beautiful person. Next we have patience. Everything can be accomplished at nature's pace. Yet don't rush yourself into becoming that person, into figuring out who you are. It could take time. It should take time. I mean, you should knowingly come to, you could come both knowingly or unknowingly, but you should come to the most authentic version of yourself. But it's gonna take time, so don't rush anybody or yourself or anyone else around you. Okay, we have friends. The most unlikely friendships can form like variegated lichens on hard rock. They create a tight bond. I hear this word that I don't really like, synergy. And I remember this picture about mushrooms growing on trees and existing in symbiosis. So basically, what it means to me and how I read this card for you guys is that go talk to people you admire. If you have any stars or media individuals that you adore and admire and they inspire you, hit them up, DM them, talk to them, leave them a comment and say, hey, can you can you share your success story, or not just share your life story. Learn and feed off their knowledge, feed off their mistakes, and learn how to not make your own into discovering who you really are. Because this seems to be a big, important thing right now. It's not just where your attention is needed at this moment, but it's more like the entire year you can focus on yourself. Okay, lastly we have renew. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. Like I said, don't be afraid to try something new, and don't be afraid to uncover that new person or the old well-forgotten self that you've hidden long time ago. Don't be scared to present that version of yourself to yourself first, and then to your friends, your families, to the world. It's okay to change. If we stop changing, we die. You know, sharks stop swimming, it dies immediately. So yes, that's all I have for you, pile 2. Thank you so much for sitting through. This was your reading. Leave a comment, leave a like, share your situation if you feel like doing it. Leave ideas for the video in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate that and the feedback from you. So yeah, pile 2, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me read your energies. I will see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi there, pile 3. You guys chose this beautiful, gorgeous, double-crossed clear quartz crystal. This is going to be your reading. Before we start with the tarot, I would like to determine what sphere in life this attention of yours is required in. Okay, let's see. For pile number 3, Spirit, where is pile 3's attention required at this moment? Interesting. Okay. This is a very interesting combination, group 3. Okay, same question for the flower cards, botanical inspirations cards. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's it. I don't want to take any more. Oh my god, I just felt... Oh my god. Okay. This is gonna look weird in the video, but I just felt like the ground was shaking, like an earthquake, or like pre-earthquake kind of shake. So earthquakes could be significant, or something groundbreaking, ground shaking could be happening in your life right now. Good thing I have stabilizer in my camera. Okay, pile number 3. For you, we have the garden, the key, the ship, lady, and the letter. I feel like some important events are happening in your life right now which require your attention. This could be relocating, moving somewhere, and waiting on paperwork from someone like the minister. I don't know why this came up. I don't know who actually talks to ministers. But for some of you, this could be significant. But mostly, it's like waiting on papers for relocation. So the papers for relocation require your attention. Maybe you need to message someone sometime soon about moving somewhere. And it's like very important. This event will change your entire life. And this is why your attention is required there at this moment. And I feel like it's needed there, and you have about 1 or 2 weeks to do that. With the lady here in the letter, I also feel that this could be related to some closure in the relationship for some of you. You should write a letter or express your thoughts, express your feelings to either your partner or their mother or some woman, some lady, maybe your mother. Maybe you need to sort of explain why you're leaving to some people. Okay. It's just like you're moving to your happy life and you need changes, and not everyone understands that. And I just realized that we have repeating 8s over here, so also karmic events could be important. Karmic changes as well. For the flowers, we have apple blossoms, choices, knowledge, and illumination. It says, "White are the flowers of apple tree that brings us fruits of fertility." Fertility could be important too. This could be your doctor, maybe. So important notice to your doctor, or just some plans that are being revealed. And we have choices again. So some important decision is about to be made. Like I said, 1-2 weeks for most of you. Next we have Pansy, sweet thoughts. It says, "Pray, you love, remember." And there are pansies like 4 thoughts. Like that. Okay, never mind. Let me read that again. Pray, you love, remember. And there are pansies. That's for thoughts. Unknown. Okay, I don't really know how to read this card. No, I don't know how to read this card, but if you do have to communicate to someone, come from a very polite manner and explain why your memories are important. Like, no, note that to them that your memories with this person or with these people are still important, are still very valuable. You're not leaving them because you don't like them. You're leaving because you need change. Okay, next we have Amaryllis, determination and creative achievement. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Very interesting. Determination, that's where your attention should be at. Creative achievement. Be determined. Like, don't give up on your plans just because of some people. Pay attention to the signs and kind of focus on your own happiness, on your own good. Lastly, we have the lilac. It says first emotions of love. Aww. It says love is the magician that pulls man out of his own hat. Maybe you are moving to your person and relocating to your love partner, which is, wow, that's a way to go, people. You're crazy, but that's very brave of you. I mean, you're crazy in a good way. I mean, I wouldn't dare. I think I wouldn't be able to move to another region or continent for the person I love, but who knows? But it's still very brave of you to do that. And just enjoy your trip and enjoy the memories, the new memories you're making. If you're getting out of a small town, enjoy the big world. Don't focus on what was in the past and why you should stay, but sort of like focus on the future. Okay, pile 3. Let's see. Now I want to ask what actions you can take regarding this situation, what you can do to improve, and how can you invest the energy into that through actions. Okay. Don't think too long. That's immediately what I'm getting. Do not think too long because you might run out of opportunities or options. Okay. This wants to be here. So the overall energy of your actions should be coming from Ace of Swords, making a decision based on logic, based on what's best for you, sort of like cold-minded, isolated, hermit energy kind of decision. And it's also papers related, so Ace of Swords also tells me that it could be some important paperwork coming through that you need to pay attention to, and you need to be very careful when you fill it out. Okay. As of the actions, we have 6 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, 8 of Cups upright, Page of Wands in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, and Queen of Wands in reverse. As far as I can tell, we have only 2 upright cards, 8 of Cups and Ace of Swords. Like I said, do not think too long. Leave your passions and like your heart's desires and your maybe cheesy self out of the picture when you make this decision. Think logically, think cold. If somebody cries and begs you to stay, but your heart and your mind tell you that you need to leave, leave. Do not stay just because someone made you vulnerable and emotional about this to get what they want. Okay? Pay attention to your own logical self. Like, ask yourself, is this decision I'm making for me? Is this in my best interest? If you say yes, then go ahead and do what you plan to do. You could be worried about how you're going to make money and how you're going to thrive as an individual, as a person in this new environment you're going to face. But Spirit here is telling me that if you think quick, if you make quick decisions, quick logical decisions, if you trust yourself, you'll be just fine. But again, do not let emotions ruin your plans. I know it sounds harsh, but sometimes our family members, out of love, out of best interest, they can be like, oh, I don't want to let you go. Especially if these are your parents or darling friends. Let me tell you, when I left my country and I moved here, I didn't tell my best friend that I was leaving because I knew that she would just go crazy. And I understand I would go crazy too. If she would tell me that she's moving far, far away and we might not see each other in the near future, in like next couple of years or so, I would go crazy. I would stop the plane and I would not let her leave. Not because this would be in her best interest, but because I would feel so emotional and so upset about it that I would not let her move, you know? So it's the same. They might wish you well. They might act in your best interest at times, but in the emotional situation like this, if you need to leave and your besties are kind of like, what do you mean leave? Who are we gonna drink that tasty wine with? Who are we gonna gossip about? Man, what are you doing, sis? You know, still, your decision is important. Your changes are important. You as a person is important. And this key event that we were talking about, this is going to change your life. So pay attention. Be focused on yourself, on your decisions. Don't let emotions rush you into something, or at the same time pull the rubber and make you stay longer, because you need to move and you need to act quickly. Okay, now I want to pull out advice for you guys from the universe, from the spirit guides regarding this whole thing. Okay. One more. Okay. Ooh. Change in faces. How interesting. How interesting. And I want it to stay like this. Okay, same question for these cards. Advice. Any words of wisdom for pile number 3? It says resilience. Stay as strong as evergreen trees. Resilience. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Be resilient. Okay. Advice. Yes. Advice for pile number 3 regarding the situation. Advice for pile number 3. I just heard this is when you travel. Like these two, advice is when you travel, when you start moving, when you already made your decision, like after life kind of thing. Okay. Let's see what we know. So first we have Nature of the Beast, Raven's Wand. That's literally the name of this deck. And we have Changing Faces. Remember that letter card that I told you about, and expressing your loving memories to the people you care about is important to do in a nice manner. So I suggest you stay cold, stay logical, stay strategic when you make any decisions, any moves. But at the same time, like in your head, make your heart cold, make your head cold as well. But when you speak with your families and friends, don't make this cold appearance. Okay? Show them that you care. Show them that you still love them. That it has nothing to do with them, but it's important to you. Okay? And when with the Nature of the Beast and the Raven's Wand, this is again a confirmation for me that this event, whatever decision you're making, if you're relocating, cool. But this will change your life. This will uncover things that you've been meant to uncover. That they had to be uncovered. Like, you have no way of stopping them from being uncovered. You can change when they're gonna be revealed to you, but they will be revealed anyway. It's something important. Like, I feel like I'm standing in the middle of the shore and I'm looking at this gigantic wave coming at me, and I'm like not nervous at all. I don't feel a need to run. I'm just accepting that big ass wave hitting me and pulling me off my feet and making me lose the ground and making me lose my base. That's the process. And also, don't be scared of the world. Another one that I hear. You have guides and you have protection, and you yourself are so strong as a person, as an individual. You could be possessing like magical powers of some sort, or You could be well aware of your energy, and or you can control your energies well. That's a good thing. That's a very important thing in this world. But use that as a reason not to ever be scared of changes. Okay. Next, we have the resilient. Like I said, stay as strong as evergreen trees. Stay strong, stay committed to your own best changes and challenges. Accept them. And be resilient to everybody else's emotions. We have let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. Don't hold on too tight to the memories of the past. Move on to the future. We have the music. There is a melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods, if only we'll listen. Like I said, use your intuition, listen to your intuition, make decisions based on that. If anybody tells you anything, just ignore them. I know it sounds harsh, I know it sounds unfair, especially if you love your family members, but it is necessary. I wouldn't tell you that if it wouldn't be necessary. And also music could give you some hints on how to present those love and memories to your people, to your family members, to your parents. If you're struggling with separation, listen to some songs, listen to new songs, maybe watch some YouTube music video, and you will find the answer there as well. This could give you some ideas on how to do it best. We have kindness. Take respite by a pond and be kind to yourself and others. Again, same message. Be kind. Be cold inside, but be kind to people outside of you. And when you do make this decision, these messages came out. We have origins. Remember your roots. So don't just cut your people off. Learn how to communicate even though you're already separated. And we have transform. Emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. When you move to this new place, new location, use that new location to discover your new self, to uncover and reveal more sides of your personality. Don't just get stuck on who you are right now and be like Capricorns. God damn it. To change Capricorn, you need a typhoon, a thunderstorm, and an earthquake just to wake them up and make them move from out of their bedroom. We hate change. But for you, my dear Pile 3, the change is necessary. And remembering who you are right now is necessary as well. You can start writing a diary and compare and write about your journey. You could be a writer too. You could be a journalist as well. And you could compare who you are right now and tell your story through that travel and through that change. It could be also interesting. Okay. I believe this is all I have for you today, Pile 3. Thank you so much for sitting through this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe to my channel to see more videos. This inspires me to work for you guys. And if you need a personal reading consultation, if you want to support me financially, please visit my Etsy shop. It's linked in the description box. All the cards used today are also down there. And yeah, let me know how it resonated. What's the big change? What's the big travel? What is this all about? Because I'm very interested in reading your comments, guys, because it always helps me to understand my way of giving you information better. And it's interesting to read people's stories. And if you do write a book and you publish your book, feel free to advertise it here. Okay, thank you, Pile 3. I will see you in the next reading. Bye.